Mexico is often imagined through colorful postcards of ancient pyramids, sun-soaked beaches, and lively street festivals. But beneath that familiar surface lies a deeper, more complex story that continues to surprise historians, researchers, and travelers alike. Because Mexico is a land where layers of civilization, power, belief, and survival overlap in ways few countries can match, and many of its most astonishing stories remain largely untold outside academic circles and local memory. Long before the Aztecs rose to dominance, earlier civilizations like the Olmecs were carving colossal stone heads with mysterious expressions, leaving behind unanswered questions about how they transported such massive sculptures across dense jungle terrain, using technology that modern experts still debate. While the Maya, often mischaracterized as a vanished people, developed astronomical calculations so precise that their calendar rivaled modern accuracy, suggesting a scientific sophistication that challenges long-held assumptions about ancient knowledge. Yet history in Mexico is not only ancient, it is also deeply shaped by secrecy and silence during the colonial era, when Spanish authorities systematically destroyed indigenous texts and codices, erasing vast libraries of native knowledge, medicine, astronomy, and philosophy, meaning that what we know today may be only a fraction of what once existed. Moving forward in time, Mexico's struggle for independence and later revolutions produced legendary figures whose real stories are often far more complicated than their heroic images, as recent historical research suggests that some celebrated leaders navigated alliances, betrayals, and moral compromises that rarely appear in textbooks, reminding us that national myths are often carefully edited narratives rather than complete truths. In the modern era, Mexico has also become the center of global fascination and fear due to its powerful drug cartels. But what is less discussed is how these organizations evolved from small smuggling networks into sophisticated multinational operations, reportedly exploiting economic inequality, corruption, and demand from international markets, while in many rural areas they filled gaps left by absent institutions, creating a disturbing gray zone where crime, survival, and community sometimes intersect. At the same time, hidden beneath bustling cities like Mexico City lie entire forgotten worlds, including the ruins of Tenochtitlan, the Aztec capital built on a lake, parts of which are still being discovered during routine construction projects, offering physical proof that one of the largest cities of the ancient world continues to exist beneath modern streets. Mexico also holds secrets in its landscape, from sinkholes known as cenotes that were once sacred portals to the underworld for the Maya, to remote deserts where unexplained lights and rumored crashes have fueled decades of speculation, though scientists caution that many such phenomena likely have natural explanations tied to geology or atmospheric conditions. Socially and politically, Mexico's recent past contains its own hidden chapters, such as unresolved disappearances and state-linked violence during the late 20th century, events that human rights organizations have documented but that still await full accountability, illustrating how national progress can coexist with unresolved trauma. Even Mexico's celebrated cuisine carries untold stories, as foods now enjoyed worldwide, like chocolate, corn, and chili peppers, were once deeply spiritual elements tied to ritual and identity, and their global spread often came at the cost of indigenous ownership and recognition. What shocks many outsiders most is not any single secret, but the realization that Mexico is not defined by one narrative, because it is simultaneously ancient and modern, wounded and resilient, joyful and haunted, a nation where history never truly disappears, but instead waits to be rediscovered by those willing to look beyond stereotypes and headlines. Some scholars argue that Mexico's greatest hidden secret is how its people continue to preserve memory through oral tradition, art, and daily life, even when official records fail, while others note that ongoing research and open archives are gradually reshaping what the world understands about this complex country, suggesting that many revelations are still to come. And that's something worth remembering the next time Mexico is reduced to a single story, because its true power lies in the secrets it has survived and the truths it continues to reveal.